Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fall. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
Who are your favorite authors?
Well, I have a number of favorite authors. I think Tom Wolfe is excellent.
Did
He's
you
written
read
a great book.
Did you read Vanity of the Bonfires?
I did not.
It's a phenomenal book.
What book are you reading now?
Well, I'm
Bonfire of the Vanities.
I'm reading my own book again because I think it's so fantastic, Tom.
What's the best book you've read beside Art of the Deal?
I really like Tom Wolfe's last book.
Oh my God!
I think he's a great author. He's done a beautiful job.
Which book?
His current book. His current book. It's just out.
Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yes.
He just, there's something congenitally wrong with him, that he just feels this need to lie all the time because he's lazy. He doesn't do the work that people think he does. Oh, I love my book, Art of the Deal. Well, that's a lie because he didn't write it. Tony Schwartz did. And then he said, oh, I love Tom Wolfe's latest work. Well, you mean you just said you didn't read Bonfire of the Vanities? No, the latest one. Well, it's Bonfire of the Vanities. That's the one. It's just so sick. And tonight, they're going to stand there in Orlando and cheer this man. And do you know why? You know why? Because all of a sudden tonight, just like he started when he came down the escalator with they're not sending their very best, have a look-see at the crowd tonight and tell me if Orlando is sending its very best. I mean, come on. Gary in Fort Lauderdale called Scott and gave him a joke. It's good. It says, why does Trump love his rallies so much? Because he's the smartest guy in the room. Thanks, Gah. But I mean, honest to God, that's the reason. And they're just sycophants. And they're going to sit there and cheer for him because he's going to announce tonight mass deportations. He's going to announce tonight that he's going to launch a massive deportation force that is going to go and get families. And he's going to deport. This is what he tweeted this morning. So you know that this is for the crowd of racists, who he got in the first place by saying, Mexico, when they send their people, they're not sending their very best. Orlando sends their very worst. I mean, it's just going to be, I looked at some of the costumes that people feel the need to wear to go support this loser, this unbelievable liar, this moral decrepit, demagogue, this man who needs crowd therapy to make himself feel like a person. I mean, it's just so sick. But he's going to announce tonight he's going to feed the meat to the base. He's going to tell them that he's going to deploy mass deportation forces and he's going to deport millions of people. Now, I have no idea if that's going to happen or not. Because he said it, I'll say no. But just in time for the 4th of July... He's announcing a coming series of mass arrests of immigrants. And, he's hijacking the 4th of July. You know that, right? He's going to make the 4th of July all about him. He's literally going to go and give a speech where no president has ever done that. No president on the 4th of July goes and gives a speech. It's about independence. It's not about, a dutiful loyalty to a man, right? So he's going to take over our 4th of July celebration at the Capitol. Instead of celebrating our independence, it's going to be like this unbelievably sad demonstration of the subjugation of our nation. So, he's going to give a politicized, polarizing, poisonous speech. That is a Donald Trump speech. On the 4th of July, from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, where Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech. He's going to turn it into a nightmare. He is going to defile Martin Luther King, the Lincoln Memorial, and the 4th of July in one fell swoop. Isn't that fun, everybody? Why doesn't he just whip it out and take a pee on the Washington Monument? Why doesn't he just defile everything? I mean, that's what he's like a stupid poodle. He's got to mark everything. So I don't even know, like what do you call this? Like PBS, they call it a capital fourth. We should call it a damn shame. And he's going to announce these mass arrests, perhaps. It was timed for tonight's rally, so he can tell these, crazy people, already outside, the mass arrests have begun. And then all the followers can run out and they could torch the closest Hispanic neighborhood. Won't that be fun? And they won't know the difference because, when Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, a lot of people couldn't stay on the island. Now, they are American citizens, not that Trump realizes this, nor do his followers. And where did they go? They went to Orlando. Orlando has become a cradle of civilization for Puerto Ricans who couldn't stay on the island. And so these lunatics, they'll go out and they'll start, torching Puerto Rican neighborhoods, say, get out of America. They are Americans. Ooh, maybe he'll put all the people that he arrests in cages and he'll roll them down the mall in Washington on the 4th of July like some sort of a Roman triumph or a North Korean, show of force. He is twisted. And I want to show you something. I mean, I want to show you what the alternative universe looks like. I got into a Twitter fight with this crazy dude. I don't even know why he's a dude. I don't even know why he's on TV. But I got into this big Twitter war. I don't even remember what it was about. But I do remember showing him articles because, I don't call people names on Twitter. I'll just engage them and I'll show them, and of course they'll say that's not real. New York Times. Oh, failing New York Times, Washington Post, fake news. Anything Trump doesn't like is now fake, and everything he wishes would be is now real. Like the polls, right? The polling that he said, there are no polls like that. They don't exist. These polls that you're citing, he told George Stephanopoulos, when George Stephanopoulos and others had said to him, your own internal polling shows you're losing to Joe Biden by 10 points. Florida, he's losing. He's losing freaking Florida. I don't know how that happens, but he's losing Florida. He's losing Ohio. He's losing Texas, for God's sake, by great big margins to every other person who would run against him. I mean, just every other person that would run against him. I mean, if I would run again, I should run for president now because I could actually win. I would have to skip the primaries. Because there's no way I could beat an Elizabeth Warren. There's no way I could beat a Bernie Sanders. There's no way I could beat a Buttigieg. There's no way I could even beat a Kamala or a Beto. But if I could skip the primary and just get my name on the ballot in all 50 states, oh my God, I could be president. Because it's anybody but Trump. Go to RandiRhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.